at thepennsylvaniapickle.com. Also, remember to tweet us and comment via Twitch any questions you may have, as we will have a questions and answers segment near the end of our show. You can follow us on Twitter.com/IntoTheDarkZone and on Twitch.tv/IntoTheDarkZone. First up, we have news and events.
All right, bear with me, everybody. I'm a little sick, but I'm Sean again, Spider Monkey. I'm going to cover what I can. The last couple days, I've been kind of stuck in bed. So.
Got the green poison.
But yes, I did. I got the green poison. I think I'm patient 0. Hopefully, I don't spread it.
How many days did it take you to kill off the world?
Give everybody a couple of weeks of. I think I'll give everybody a couple of weeks playing the division before everything
3 days
goes to hell. So, beginning of the week, we started with the IGN Q&A, which was horrible. There was like no new information in there, which I was like, oh, this is going to be a great week for getting news together for the podcast. Then finally, the other day, we got release times and patch notes and a roadmap. So release times, you can get from the main division website or finding it on Reddit. You guys probably all know where it is. But 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the U.S. and Canada. Unless you happen to get a physical copy, breaking release date, you could actually play a little bit earlier because the servers do go on at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, but none of the games are going to be active till midnight. And then we got a great roadmap video that came out that covered a lot of stuff, which hopefully I'm hoping we get into a little more later. But we found out about incursions, and all the DLCs planned, the 2 free ones. The free incursion coming a month out, 2 months out. We get some more good free stuff, and then we get into the paid DLC, which your season passes will cover as well. And then patch notes. There's a ton of stuff in here. I'll just cover a couple of the main things. Appearance menu has received a complete overhaul, which thank goodness, because I was going after all the appearance stuff a lot, and it was, to get to boots was like, when you scroll down for 5 minutes.
I can't wait to see what they did there.
Now it's going to be, I guess it's going to have a nice grid, some kind of outfit sets, which I think is still going to be appearance only. I've heard some people are thinking it's going to be gear. For now, I think it's appearance
I'm kind of hoping it's gear.
Yeah, I hope so.
I hope we get gear later, but it's listed under appearance menu. So I really think it's just appearance for now.
It's for everyone who wants their perfect set of pom-pom beanies. That's the easy way through, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you can have your different outfits and everything, so. They had some visual improvements, fixing lights with global illumination, volumetric lights, illuminated signs now cast actual light, improved window reflection, some other tweaks, mega map and open world updates, which I think is some really big ones in here. The biggest one that I thought it was great, in the Dark Zone, the landmarks are going to have different icons, whether there are enemies there at that time or not. So we don't have to go to the library or go to the sports store and see, do a pulse, is anybody in there? You're going to know just looking at the mini-map if it's worth going there or not. Which I think will help too when there's a bigger Dark Zone, that people are going to be more focused to these ones that have not been cleared yet, so you might get a little more interaction.
I'll tell you what, that opens up the door to a lot of engagement. Knowing that there's no NPCs, you can be headbutting a lot of people.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Some other quick changes. Deployable turret has been fixed. No longer targets non-rogue players. Does not damage neutral players caught in the line of fire either. So there's no more jumping in front of somebody's.
Oh, that's great.
To make them go. Yeah. A whole bunch of other fixes and bug crashes. I think I hit the main ones, but I'm a little out of it this week. So
that's all right, man.
But yeah, that's most of the news from this week. And then I think Julio's gonna pick up some.
Yeah, we can review from Julio. Go ahead.
There was quite a bit. Wow. I guess it's so much for the week in the review. It was all part news as well. As anyone who's been following the Division forums, Ubisoft, there was quite a bit of a dump of info this week. So the hype train is alive and well. Or more fuel for the hype train, right? Like I needed more fuel. All right, so we'll start with the tip of the week. Now,
The tip?
this is gonna go. I'm sorry,
Nothing?
just a tip. All right. This came up from a Reddit user, Linvs, Linvs, from what I'm seeing here. Now, this is pretty cool because we see a lot of the items that drop. All right. And the game UI actually tells you when you can or cannot pick up an item. And the description here from him, as he put in here, that items can be picked up. That items that can be picked up are white and opaque, and raised higher from the ground. Items that can't be picked up are semi-transparent and closer to the ground. There is a video linked in that Reddit post, which we have. Excuse me. Are you seeing this? This is what happens when we have a live show.
I am.
You see this?
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know that we have a live
Your
show right
towel,
now, and
Samira.
just thank you for posting this to the entire world, that everybody that's seeing right now. That is my lovely daughter, and these
All
are the
right.
things that we cannot edit out. All right then.
Wow.
So moving along,
Move on.
please.
I need to. It's in my.
Samira, can you please?
Yes,
That just happened.
That just happened.
That just happened.
Awesome. This is what happens when Brad's not here, for sure.
This is what happens. Oh my god. Okay then.
All right, man. Keep moving. Let's go.
Oh man. All right. So anyway, there's a link to the Reddit post. There is a link to the YouTube video in that Reddit post, so you can go ahead and check that out there. We also have, there was a Magnus Jensen interview that was done by GameSpot, which Alex covered in the video. And again, we're gonna have a link to that interview below. And there's two key points. I know there was a lot of things that came up, especially with the info dump that came out. The one thing a lot of people were talking about, I know when we saw the information drop, a lot of us were on the Division forums on the Discord, and we were talking. It just so happens that Alex was in there, and a lot of people were stipulating whether or not it was the raid. And plenty of us thought that it was not the raid because of the description that they had. Now, the description for the incursion, as per Magnus Jensen, which you can see in the interview, is an incursion is a PvE endgame activity for a group of 4 players at max level. Incursions require preparation and coordination as they are extremely challenging. The first incursion will be available in the first free updates. More incursions are in development, but it is too soon to talk about these without spoiling them. So what are they? For those of that play Destiny, strikes or something akin to strikes, probably the challenge modes might be something similar to the Nightfalls in terms of difficulties. We're not going to get kicked to orbit.
That's why I see,
Don't worry.
yeah.
Uh,
I see incursions as like a nightfall, right? And then the challenge modes would be like.
Yeah, I think that I agree with Sean in terms of the order there. Yeah, it looks more like incursions would be more like the Nightfall itself, especially with the seriousness of that word. Sounds more challenging than challenge mode, to be honest.
Yes, it does. All right, give me a second because my lovely daughter left this door open. The next thing you know, I'll have dogs and cats coming in this bedroom. Hold on.
All right. Let's see here. Where was he? Incursions. The next subject will be, will the division offer any microtransaction options? Julio?
Oh, well, yeah, that was the other point that he touched on, which, again, it was something that was a hot topic this past week about pay to win and microtransactions. And again, he covered this saying there is no paid currency in the game, nor is there any way to purchase in-game items such as weapons, armor, or consumables that affect a player's stats or performance. The Division is not a game where players can pay to win. So hopefully, a lot of the fuel that was setting off fires this past week has been, somebody dropped a bucket of water on it. So
yeah. It has been quelled.
Let's just say it has been quelled for sure.
Mm.
So yeah, no microtransactions.
That's very relieving. I mean,
yeah,
the microtransactions really do ruin many games. And,
yeah, they do.
Pay-to-win solutions are not conducive with community, and I do notice that with this game in particular, it is very communal. And in fact, there's a whole Discord about being part of the Division community. That's a little bit of a shout-out to them. But I'm very relieved by that personally.
Yeah. You know what? I was of the mindset that the game was never going to be pay to win. I really cannot sit here and tell you that I was concerned about it being pay to win, because I think that they took a good page from Destiny and saw how Destiny laid out the silver. Which when Destiny came out, when they were talking about the Eververse trading, about the silver, everybody is, oh my god, they're pay to win. They're gonna add, people are gonna start buying weapons for shells. Again, you know what? It sells articles. People post this crap online, and it sells, right? People like drama, so drama sells.
Yep.
So whatever. It's not pay to win. End of story.
Excellent. That's awesome.
The way it is.
I think we can move on from here to the interview that you did earlier this week. Julio, you want to tell us a little bit about that before we actually role play the interview itself?
Yes, we had. I was talking again in the Division here. Discord. Get your mustache ready. Oh my god! If you're not seeing this live,
man. This Halloween, if you don't go as, I can't think of his name, the guy from Rudolph, the Rudolph Yeti's Bounce.
I don't know.
Does nobody know? No, come on, nobody knows this from the Rudolph show.
No.
Oh, why can't?
Must be a Massachusetts thing. I know. I'm just messing with you. All right.
Cornelius something.
You should find it, and you should totally share your screen with that.
All right.
In the meanwhile, Julio.
All right. So while I was there in the Division Discord, just killing out some time, I ran into one of the users in there. Christian. Let me see if I don't butcher your last name. Christian. It's Christian. It's either Reason or Ryzen. All right. But you can follow Christian on Twitter at Christian Ryzen, Riesen. All right. Now, he made this great map. He linked in there. I was taking a look at it, and I was basically taken back. And it's amazing. Actually, let me see if I can go ahead and share this real quick with. See this? Okay, this is what happens when we're beta testing this.
Yeah, we switched from something for the viewers
at
home. We switched from Hangouts to Skype, so there will be a couple blips this week. But as you can see, the user interface has been changed, and you can see us a little bit more equally. And the speaker goes into the large panel, and then we have the two subs in the other panels as well.
Yeah. Can I share my screen on this?
You can go to the top menu. There's the call menu, and then share screen partway down.
Yes, there you go. Boom, boom. So the viewers can see this. All right, start. All right, can you see it now?
Yeah, perfect.
All right, perfect.
No, that's not
work.
how.
No.
Stop
sharing.
We have to set these things up beforehand because this goes through OBS, right? OBS
all right, I won't kill it. You know what? Okay, like moving along. All right. So anyway, there will be a link on the description, and just take a look at the map. This thing is amazing. I mean, the level of detail. You can zoom in like all the way to the street level. He did a great job with this. All right, and basically the interview is gonna cover how well or how he went about doing the map. Which again, if you haven't seen the map, take a look at it. It is awesome.
You can easily go to thedivision.gamewiki.net/map, and that's where you'll find it.
Yep. So, Christian, we are going to...
we have Cornelius up on the screen.
What?
What? Oh my god.
Check the stream.
That's so perfect for me.
All right.
Oh my god. That's incredible. That needs to be my avatar on many, many sites. Yeah.
I think so.
Holy
all right.
crap.
So here we go. So the interview we had with Christian.
Okay, I'm Christian.
All right, Christian. Hopefully we don't Mike doesn't do you a disservice over here.
Hello, Linus.
All right. So here we go. So, Christian, how did you make this map? The level of detail is impressive.
Well, I took a few screens by hand and tried stitching them together. That was an epic fail. You can tilt the map, but never get a straight down view, so the screens never align properly. So I zoomed in and took more shots, then messed about in Photoshop until I had a straight looking image. There is a bit more going on, some sort of lens distortion, but the tilt change did already most of the trick. There is also an additional effect on the map which blends out the edges, making them useless. So so you can only take a small portion of the center to make the actual map. So I took a lot of screenshots, ran them through a script that can change the tilt, cut them to size, and then stitched them together into an image that is 308 megabytes and 56,263 by 31,654 pixels large. A bit over 1020 screenshots. 1,020 screenshots in 4K were needed to make the basic map, and about another 200 for various corrections.
I don't know
That is really impressive.
Oh my god, I hope he's not listening.
This is always
Oh.
good fun.
He's
This is
listening.
all in
Anyway.
good fun.
All right.
You guys should watch Twitch chat too. He said I don't have that low a voice, but I sound.
I'm trying to
that
sexy
right
you
now.
up a little bit.
Oh
here.
yeah, hey Christian, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, he couldn't be on unfortunately because he is going through another green poison issue there, so his voice is very coarse. So that's why we have
maybe
mics
that's
up in for him.
accurate then. All right, go on. What's
All right,
next
so
one?
continuing. Wow, that's awesome.
Even then, this is far from perfect. But I learned a lot, and we'll make a new version of the base after release. First, I will fill in content from the base image. Then I created the map tiles and set up the software so you can pan and zoom like on Google Maps.
That's great. You can get the community involved, and I'll send in what I can.
This map is very precise. When you zoom in, you can tell if a marker is on one side or the other of the street. So I do have more markers that I could place, but I just don't know where it is precisely.
Where can users submit what they find? How should they capture the image for you?
You can go to thedivision.gamewiki.net/interactive_map. Already made that up a while ago. This would help a lot to make things as precise as I can.
You're one step ahead of the game.
I could even tell you what happens at the start in Brooklyn.
I'll save that for the 8th. Thanks for the interview.
Thanks, Julio.
Oh my
dude.
god.
As much as that,
Guys.
we really appreciate your interview, Christian. We just wanted to have
Yes.
some fun with it as well.
Hopefully you can get on here one day and elaborate on this great project you're doing here. Again, guys, go check out that map. It is going to be a wealth of information, a treasure trove of information for sure. Once he posts all the locations, he does have all the locations there for everything that was in the beta. So, once the game launches in 3 days, let's contribute and get as much as we can out there so he can, get that map as accurate as possible. So check that out. Again, Christian, thank you for the interview and for the map and all that hard work.
Thank you very, very much for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, we move on to our next segment, which is shoutouts from the Dark Zone. Julio, take it away.
All right. Shout outs. Here we go. Shout outs to MogNation.com. That's our family in there. Our Mog PSN group. That's our small little corner of Mog Nation for all our PSN players. TheDivisionForums.com and Discord. And of course, our sponsor. Check him out. Don't forget him. The PennsylvaniaPickle.com. All right. Don't get yourself into a
Getting
pickle.
into a pickle, but he solves it with pickles.
Yeah. Sophisticated humor.
Very sophisticated. All right. Okay.
You might have trouble in the dark zone.
So you might.
I hope I don't get slapped with any pickles.
I would
No
slap
way.
you with a pickle.
Ah.
I wouldn't
I
even
know
warn
you
you.
would. Yeah.
Okay, so moving on, we have our social media Q&A round table discussion. Do we have any questions up from people on Twitter yet?
I haven't seen anything yet, or if anybody
Post
wants to
some.
post anything in Twitch. Post
Little,
something. But if,
we're a little bit short on content this week because it is one of those weeks where we're in between the beta and the actual release. So this will be a shorter episode in itself.
yeah. Well, for a roundtable, we could get into some of the. What happened to conspiracies?
There's no conspiracies
What-
this week,
this
sir. Game launches next week.
I put something.
Did you
in the
really?
conspiracies.
Did
Bring
you?
it on.
What is it?
Yes. It's the turret. in the roadmap, did you guys see the turret with health
No.
on the APC on the personnel carrier?
No, well,
There's a personnel carrier on the roadmap video with a turret, and it has a health bar. So it's either for the whole tank or just for the turret, but there is definitely some sort of bigger, like, vehicle type fighting mechanics.
Really cool. It's probably NPC based. I would imagine that health bar is probably just for the turret, and you can take out the turrets individually. And there'd be a bigger health bar for the vehicles. That's just what I would think.
Possibly, but take a closer look at that.
Maybe I'll take a closer look at that video.
yes.
And I think, I believe Eric's covered
Oh, cool.
it too.
I haven't checked that out.
Or somebody I watched it. I watched so many, and this week my head has been in a cloud in the fog.
Fog. Oh,
So
Theraflu.
Yeah, but you know what? But
Chat thinks it is just the turret. It looked like it is right above the turret, so I'm thinking it's just the turret. But we don't know if I don't know if that APC moved or if it was just being used as a turret now. Because supposedly nobody has gas, but if anybody does, Last Man Battalion would.
Right.
So.
Okay. While we're here,
Well-
though,
Chat
you know what?
would like to know.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No.
Sorry,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was saying chat would like to know. Screaming Pirate asks because he's at least making a chat appearance. What games are we excited about coming up this year?
I would say No Man's Sky. Is that what it's called? No Man's Sky, I believe. Is that what it's called? Yeah. That
Do you
that
want
looks
to? Yeah.
awesome.
Do you want to?
Yeah. That's actually just come out on pre-order, I believe. They've also announced like a super special edition with like a little ship that you can buy. It looks kind of like an X-wing, but it's not. I'm really excited for it because it's been the development of it has taken quite some time, and the idea behind it is that no two worlds are alike. So you go into space and you can go to other galaxies and other worlds and go down, and it'll be completely fresh, and no one will have ever pretty much seen the same thing that you're seeing. Pure exploration, fun. Which I know my fiance is going to be all over because she loves exploring worlds. She spent so much time just exploring Fallout. I'm like, are you ever going to fight anybody? And she just went around and smelled the roses. It's hilarious. I mean, different strokes for different folks, right? I think it's an interesting game type. I know that there has been some resistance to pre-ordering it because it's less guided than a lot of things. And it looks like something that some people would maybe spend 8 hours on, and that's it. Well, $60 US, I think that's probably worth about 8 hours, if not more. I know myself, I'll spend a lot of time just checking it out. I know that Sean would probably too, knowing the kind of gamer that he is.
I think so. I'm still waiting to see a little bit more. I mean, it's from I don't know. I'd like to see a demo, I think. Or I'd like to, get in a beta and just try it out first. I'm not totally sold on it yet. It has definitely a ton of potential. I'm just...
Yeah, you know what? Deadman. I mean, this is from a sci-fi person, which I love. All of us here love sci-fi. I used to play EVE Online, which has quite a steep learning cliff. It's not even a curve, but EVE Online is a great game. There's also Elite Dangerous out there, which I haven't played, but I know a few of the guys and Mog Nation that played Elite, and they love the game. It's a lot to explore in there and do. You also have Star Citizen, probably a year or two out. Probably by that I mean a year or two, probably from a beta maybe.
How much have you invested already, though, Julio?
I have not invested a lot in Star Citizen. No, I've actually dropped about $140 in it.
That's
Because
a lot.
I got a Super Hornet. Yeah, but I stopped. You know what?
You had to go cold turkey.
I got.
That's
You know
still a
what?
lot, though.
Do I have my
I
thrusters
mean,
here?
I haven't because...
I you know what? I didn't spend more because I actually got from work. We get these points, and I got these. I got a Cytec, the X52. So I got throttles and everything for it.
Is that a ship?
No, the
that's a
Cytec, the
joystick.
X52.
That's why I haven't, because I need... I need a joystick like that. B, I need a video card way
Oh,
better
yeah.
than what I
There you
have,
go.
if not the whole computer. And then I need $140 worth of...
No.
Just-
That's you don't need $140. Look, you can start. They had a. I mean, you know what? GameWiz would be the best one to tell you this because obviously he's the GM over at Star Citizen, so he's got all the info there.
Yeah, he's our...
Yeah.
Nation GM.
There's a lot of guys with a lot of info. GameWiz, Ace. It's it's a wealth of information over there. But anyway, they have, when I started, actually, it was gamers told me about the Aurora, which is what they had at the time, and that was a very basic package. It was only $4.99, so you can get access to Arena Commander. All right, and which is not bad. Again, if you don't have the video card for it, I have on this computer that I'm running it, I have a 580. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's a 580 GTX, and even then, it was kind of it was okay. It was acceptable. Let's say it was acceptable. It wasn't top of the line, 60 frames per second type deal. It was not at all, because this game will suck on your resources. So if you're looking to build a PC just for Star Citizen, I would recommend you don't do that now, because by the time the game launches, it actually even comes into a beta and probably releases it. They release, all the stuff is going to go down in price. So I would love to get a Titan X. And play that, but if I get a Titan X, and I'm gonna be forced to play a bunch of other games on the PC instead of the PS4. But I mean, it is what it is.
Julio,
no. But you know what? No Man's Sky. You know what? I digress. I just got off the topic. But No Man's Sky, my concern with it is that it's one of these games where they want to do a lot, which is one of my concerns with Star Citizen. But they're ironing out quite a few things, and it's looking really good. But they want to do so many things that it might end up hurting them in the long run. So,
I don't know. They're doing a really good job of
They are. I'm not gonna lie. But like you said, you know what? Until you don't actually get to see a demo or see something, it's we'll see.
Well, I'm interested in.
We've seen a little bit of gameplay,
generator, actually in action. Making so many different variations of. It sounds really cool overall. I'm really looking forward to it. Sean, what are you looking forward to anyway this year?
I've mentioned Horizon Zero Dawn before. I'm really excited for that. Uncharted 4, but one I hadn't thought about lately until my wife just recently has been really wanting to pick up a game on console. I think because she's been playing stupid games on her phone that she's been
microtransactions. Pay to win.
Talk about pay to win. Pay to progress.
Pay to win in
at
Candy
all.
Crush.
Ridiculous. She loves Kingdom Hearts, so I'm gonna go get. Actually, today I'm gonna run out and get Kingdom Hearts 1.5, which is the remastered. Like, it only has stuff that Japan had before. It came out a year or two ago, but for PS3. So that she can play that next week while I'm playing the Division.
Right.
But really looking forward to Kingdom Hearts, the new Kingdom Hearts 3. That's supposed to be coming out sometime this year. I love those. Have either of you guys played Kingdom Hearts at all?
No, I never have. I know what you're talking about, but it's just not really been high on my radar.
They're really good. They're fun. Mixing Final Fantasy type Square Enix characters with Disney.
Yeah.
They do a lot of cool things with the worlds and stuff.
I don't know. The name
Inside Out
familiar.
characters in it, then I'm game.
They might in the new one. Cool. We'll see.
And that movie was awesome.
Yeah,
really good. Okay. So, any other games of note before we move on?
Well, you know what?
I'll throw a shout out. I'll throw a shout out for Screaming Pirate, Monster Hunter Generations on the 3DS, because I know he's super excited for that. And I'm even looking at it and tempted to maybe actually pick up one of those. Yeah,
they between I think Screams or actually I think it was Even Star's wife. They linked. They had a link up on the new. I think it was, if it's not the 3DS or the NX or something, about all the new games that are going to come out for that new system. It was something to that effect. But again, a lot of retro games which are pretty cool. Link, Mario, or Zelda. I said Link, but Zelda, Mario. Pretty nice. I mean, if you're into the retro games, definitely something to look at. But you know what? As for me, to be honest with you, I am a one game type person.
Yeah, you're very focused.
Yes, I see a lot of good games, but I don't buy a lot of games. My thing is going to be the Division. I'm going to be Division 24/7. I'm sorry if I sound like a fanboy, but listen, it's just between work and family, I don't want to divert it. Listen, the amount of time that I can spend doing something else in another game, I can use it to get better gear in the Division. So in the end, that's the way it's going to go. And we'll see we'll see what Destiny. I mean, let's be honest. Let's talk about
Yeah.
the big elephant here in the room, Destiny, right? So what's gonna happen with Destiny within probably the Division drops now on Tuesday. When are they gonna drop their content? Which better be a free, freaking DLC. They better not be charging anybody for that.
It's not gonna be free. They're gonna charge
After all that whole thing with Eververse and buying dance and emotes, that was the whole point to it, right? To help pay for the development costs or some crap. But anyway, I'm not getting my hopes up. Honestly,
Yep.
and you know me, right? As much as I play Destiny, I have probably like over 1,000 some odd hours invested into Destiny.
Easily.
Dude, I would freaking raid on 3 characters every week.
I'm really surprised you're not better at PvP with the amount of time you spent.
What the hell was that all about? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Oh my god!
I'm just.
God. Why are you putting my shit out there, bro?
I'm not very good either, though. I'm really.
No.
That's enough.
Listen, I'm not the best
game, I think.
PvP player out there, but I'm good.
Chat brings up some good. Christian mentioned Ghost Recon Wildlands.
That's coming towards the end of the year. That's interesting.
That's another one though where we haven't seen
Mm-hmm.
real gameplay. We've seen some maybe real gameplay, but like until I don't know. I hesitate on games until I can get my hands on them, or at least see somebody I know getting their hands on them. Not a.
I hesitate on most games too. I'm all in for indie or unusual kind of titles that kind of push boundaries. That's why I'll buy those right away, because I really want to support those titles, even if they do turn out to be not as good as I had expected. But yeah, no, in this case, I'm with you on that. I'm going to wait to see what happens, and knowing my obsession with The Division, even though it hasn't even come out yet, I'm probably going to be leaning towards Julio's side of things and just playing The Division. Aside from that, I actually bought the season pass for Street Fighter V, so I can't wait for more characters to come out and kick some people's butts. Although I did get my butt handed to me last night, big time, by 3 guys in a row, and I don't understand how they moved the way they moved. It was just couldn't even see them.
Lag switchers.
I do love Ghost Recon though. All the other.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some of the stuff that pulled me into the Tom Clancy games.
Did you guys see they had a video
Ghost Recon.
kind of showing the different type of the game, or how you can play the game, where you can go in stealth? Yeah, that was pretty neat. I saw a video that was quite amazing. Now, I'm gonna go.
But that's one map, one mission. How diverse?
Exactly. Now, I'm not gonna go obviously knocking on the Ghost Recon because I'm a big fan of it, but we'll see how it goes. Again, this is new territory for them. I never had any doubts with The Division, because I knew Red Storm was behind it, and these guys, they're great. It's a great studio, even though it's under the umbrella of Ubisoft, but they are a great studio. They did release all the previous Tom Clancy games, the Ghost Recon, but they are involved. I don't know how much involvement they have. From what I saw in the video, they had some type of involvement, but I don't know.
They do all the weapon modding,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that's about it. And I'm sure they have some input on other stuff too, but it's mostly Ubisoft Massive, which is still Massive Studios is still a great studio. They are. Even Ubisoft bought them, and they're still. So I have faith. I don't know. A lot of people slam Ubisoft. I think because
Unity.
Unity
and Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs. Yes, Watch Dogs. No,
it's Watch Dogs. It's Watch Dogs.
Is that the one?
That had some people
my head is
sour.
My head is on the fog.
That's for sure.
Yeah, but every studio has a couple of games like that. Every big, So
yeah, EA has made a lot of those.
Yeah, I'm not a hater. I just play a lot.
You know what else I'm kind of looking forward to? Is I'm interested in actually trying the beta for Overwatch. Having been a Blizzard game player in the past, I know that you may have to upgrade your hardware to be able to play it there, Sean and Julio. But
I said I was going to play it.
Yeah, no, who knows? But I know you guys both come from a World of Warcraft background as well.
Yeah.
So probably have some sense of interest or intrigue surrounding any Blizzard game that comes out. I know that's actually how. If anybody doesn't know, that's how Sean and I met. We met playing World of Warcraft 8 years ago, and the rest is history. It's just beautiful.
It's a beautiful friendship. Isn't Overwatch I think it's in it an FPS?
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
it's like an FPS mobile.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how I would describe it as well.
kind of thing. I haven't looked into it too much.
I just saw
Looks
some
really
videos here and there. But
I think
again, it's
one other thing I'd like to cover for a roundtable or whatever before we go is what are our release plans?
Hmm.
We can get into what are we doing? So I figure I know all of us are going to be on at
Yeah.
midnight, and I think Crash mentioned earlier something about are you staying up all night? Are you just going to stay up and then go to work,
huh?
or are you going to take a nap?
When you hear
or
the
what,
thump. No, I don't know.
Man down.
No, you know what? Yeah, I wake up I wake up really early anyway. I mean, Sean knows me. I'm a very light sleeper. I don't require a lot of sleep, so you know what? I'll make an exception this time around and not sleep at all. So I'll just play, go to work. I should be careful on how I say this since we are live. But anyway, I'll be working. I'll be working on Tuesday. I'll leave it at that.
I know
Yeah.
that
I have to work on Tuesday. No ifs, ands, or buts.
John and I and Brad had all talked about getting on at midnight and possibly playing through until the next evening, depending on how our stamina holds up. But playing it kind of like savoring it, taking it in, smelling the roses, checking out buildings on our way, not really pushing to 30, not trying to end game it real quick, because that's how things can get pretty boring pretty quickly in games. And I'd really like to. Usually, I'm a very technical player, and so a lot of times I won't read the lore or anything like that. But this time around, I really would like to make an effort to actually read words that come onto the page or onto the screen itself. And
One other thing from the patch notes,
Yeah.
real quick. I don't know if you noticed, but in the beta, if you listen to the audio files, when you picked up Intel, when you left the menu, it would stop. That doesn't happen anymore. So now you can go look at something you picked up, start playing the audio file, back out, and it'll continue.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They do that in Diablo, just like Diablo. You can
Tick
pick
off
up the
the
little
background.
books and whatnot.
Mhm.
The guy talks in the little lower right hand side, so you can listen to it. That's awesome. You can listen to it as you go. It's great.
So, I'm definitely going to start playing at midnight and play with you guys. I don't know that I can stay up until the next evening, because I think I am too old for that shit.
so you
Oh,
Danny
Oh, these
Glovered
old
it?
man.
I'll give it a
No
shot.
Country for Old
I
Men.
will give it a
That was
shot.
a movie. Never seen it though.
But that's, I figured I'd stay up for a few hours
Yeah.
anyway, but then I need a 2 or 3 hour power nap at least.
Those are dangerous. You might not want to wake up afterwards. Oh man.
Power naps for me become like 13-hour comas. So I'm definitely not taking a nap in the middle.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. So I'm off, I got Tuesday and Wednesday off, so I don't want to just, destroy myself Tuesday and then sleep all day Wednesday,
I hear you there. I think I am gonna.
Play for a few hours. I think at around 3 or 4 o'clock we're all going to be... and we're really having fun with the game if we're,
Yes.
zombies, So,
Yeah.
maybe we
Yes.
They one of those.
will. I'm thinking
When you catch your head doing that,
take a 5-hour break.
it's time for you to get off.
Absolutely.
No, I can't.
And we will be streaming. I'm going to stream from the start, and we'll be on this channel, or we'll be hosted here anyway. But I'll be on my channel probably for the most part. So
I'll be in your squad. I won't be
Sure,
streaming.
champagne.
I'll be shooting.
That's fine.
All right. On that note, we're going to go into wrap up here. Let's see here. Okay, well, that's our show. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Twitch, like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and of course, check out our website, intothedarkzone.com. You can also send us feedback via any of these sources. Also, tune in next week on Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's see here. You can find us. Let's see. I've got a whole list of things. Subscribe on Podbean or iTunes. Patreon.com. If you ever want to support us monetarily, we have a Patreon account. It's patreon.com/intothedarkzone. Twitter is twitter.com/intothedarkzone. Facebook.com intothedarkzone. Email. If you want to contact us directly, you may do so. It's intothedarkzone@gmail.com. All right, I think that's it for our show. You guys want to say your send-off?
Yeah. if anybody from Astro is listening, um,
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know, what? Why are you laughing?
Fishing for
Why are you laughing?
nothing.
So, right? Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. What? Right?
Yeah,
Just, if you're
we're all
listening,
wearing a
just
something.
look at that. There are we have 3 hosts with Astros. Hint, hint. We have another probably 6 or 7 people that we play with Astros. Hint, hint. Just saying.
I do have to say, I picked them up this week. I had the Sony Golds before, and I thought the Sony Gold sounded fantastic. I had no complaints. I put these things on, I could never go back.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's
There's like a whole nother audio world there that I just...
it's
never
unfortunate
used.
because I was rocking these guys, this Turtle Beach PX4 since the PS4 came out, right?
Yeah.
And check it out. See where they broke? See
One
right there?
second, I will show you the atrocity that is the Sony Gold. Hold on, I've got it like right here. Okay, so
that's a rig.
first pair of Sony Golds. I know this is off topic, has nothing really to do with our real cast here, but
Ooh, look at
that
this.
happened to my Sony Golds. This is not an impact.
Is that
thing.
broken at 3 different? Wow.
Yeah, look, the plastic crumbled.
Wow.
Just crumbled over time. That's my first pair. My second pair has already started to do that. So I am very happy to switch companies for headsets, and my A40s are awesome. Anyway, on that note,
You
I
see
think
that?
we're gonna.
These? See that? That's never gonna break, right?
No, exactly that thing.
There you go.
All right,
Anyway, let's.
so my send-off is only a couple more days to go. We can make it, and I look forward to seeing everybody in the dark.
Yes, in the dark zone.
watch
3-day
out.
hype. 3-day hype.